Hello YouTubers, this is Sam's Automotive bringing you another episode on how to DIY. Alright guys, we got a very interesting job here to do. We got a 2003 GMC, is Yukon XL with the 5.3. So what we got is, we got a P0102 master flow sensor. So before changing this little sensor here, which is going to be located right here, this square piece that you see here, I wanted to point out first, check the electrical part. More likely that's going to be your problem, but before changing this part, I'm going to show you where you can troubleshoot. So I'm going to tell you the story in this car. This guy wants to pass inspection in this car, but he has to check engine. Funniest thing is that if you turn the car on, there's no check engine. You have to do it like maybe 3 times, and then the check engine comes back as a P0102. Okay, so what they say is a short or a low reference on master flow, and that's the problem with the 5-volt reference. Okay, so there is no 5-volt reference in that point. You need to troubleshoot. All right. Before to touch anything and go beyond this car, I'm going to show you real quick. All right, this sensor here, I know that Chevys use the three wires and the four wires. In this case, it's the new style. Okay, as you can see here, you will have 3 wires here. Okay, you'll have a yellow, you'll have a pink, you have like a like little orange, I think I would say. That's the third one. And that's going to be a black one, a last one here. Okay. All right. So you want to check. Actually, this is a 5. I'm sorry. This is not a 4. This is a 5 wires. I think there is one in the middle here. There's hiding from us. That's a black and a white. And that's it. See, I can see it now better. So you got the yellow, you got the pink, black and white. You got this little like orangey or tan, I would say. That's a tan color. And you got the black one, solid black. All right. This is what you need to look into this thing. All right. So I have my tester here. Okay. So we're going to set it up here. And get my test lead here. All right. The first thing you want to go, what we're going to do is we're going to go from right to left. Okay, very important, guys. Okay, in order to do this testing, we need to put the ignition on, and that's what we're going to do here. Okay, put the ignition on. All right, make sure the lights are off. Sometimes this thing got automatic light. Alrighty, so now we go ahead. And this is what we're going to be looking for. All right. We're going to start with the first wire. Okay. And this is our problem here in the first wire. What you're going to find, if you got P0102, you're going to have a ground here. I already fixed the problem, so I found the problem. So here we go. So you try to pinch this. You're gonna have a hold on guys. I have my PCM disconnected. As you can see, my PCM disconnected. Let me connect it back in so we can get the right accurate thing. Okay, so I have connected the PCM. All right, so when the system is working 100%, this is what you get. Okay, this, I have no issue in this thing. I already fixed the problem. So when you put your tester here, what you're gonna get is you're gonna get what's it called, a ground. All right, when the system is bad, and that's what's gonna throw the P0102. In this case, I already fixed it. So right here, when we test this yellow guy here, I'm gonna pinch it a little bit. We should get the 5-volt reference. Okay. That's the the battery's a little low, so it should be like about 5 volts. All right. Then you're going to test the purple. I'm sorry, the pink one. So this pink color right here, we should have a 12 volts ignition. All right. That's a 12 volt reference. All right. Then we should have about 3 volts or 3 something here in this other one here. Or we should have, actually, we say a ground. So there you go. It's a ground. All right. Then this other one here, which is the tan color, we should have, this is where we should have the 3 something. Hold on, guys. Let me get another piece here. This piece of crap is no good. All right. So now I have tested. Now, the tan here, you should see about 3.5 on that tan. Now, our last one here is going to be our ground. Okay. There you go. This is our ground. All right. So at this point, we know that our circuit is 100% working. We have no issues here. So let me again repeat. 5 volt reference, yellow. Pink one, ignition voltage. Black and white, ground. Tan, 3.5 to 5 volts. Black, ground. Okay. If you have P0102, your problem is going to be in this wire here, the 5 volt reference. You're not going to get nothing there. So what's going to happen is, if you disconnect this connector here and you check this yellow wire here, you're not going to get nothing. And if you test it out, when you plug it in, you're going to see ground. At that point right there, it's telling you have a broken wire somewhere along here, or your PCM is bad. So, okay. So if that's the case, that if you disconnect this sensor here, and you check that you have no ground in this voltage here, you have nothing, and you plug it back in, and then you get ground. Okay, right there it tells you that you have a shortage somewhere along this line. In my case, that's what it was happening. I used to get P0102, and the problem was somewhere along right there in this line. That wire somehow was rubbering or something, and it make a hole on the wire, and it was touching with the ground. So right there it cut up. I got another what's it called, another PCM, thinking that it was the problem, but that wasn't the problem. Now, let's say that you have no voltage here on this pink wire. Then you go to the fuse box, and I believe it's the ignition 1 fuse that is going to be blowing. At that point, that's going to fix your issue. Now, if you have no ground here on the black and the white, then that tells you have a broken ground somewhere. You have to follow up on this guy. This black one too. This black guy here, it's also a ground. The tan is also comes to the PCM. I think it's 32 C312. All right. So let's say you go looking for this thing and you find that everything good all the way. But the best thing to do here is, if you come to your PCM, I'm going to show you my PCM real quick because I had to do all this testing here. All right, if you come to this PCM here, you're going to see numbers. I'm going to show you in this other one here. I don't know if I can focus good in this thing, but you need to take the little connector, which is going to be these guys here. These guys, like that, you got to get them off in order to see these numbers. All right, so what you're going to see here, you're going to see one is say blue, J1 blue right here. That's your blue side. And then you're going to see the other one, which is going to be your green one. And when you mean the blue one, it's because the color is going to be blue, and it's going to go like this. And then you have the green one, which is going to look like this. That's going to be the green color. So in this green color, this is how the engine sits, the PCM or the ECM, whatever you want to call it. And then right here, if you guys can see very careful, along here, it's going to be some numbers. Right there. You see? Right there, we can see 51, 29, 25, and you go away. So start from right here, from 10. And I guess they go down. So that means U1 start down here. Right here. That's U1 right there. So you go along. So you want to check 31. And if you come here 31, we found it. It's this yellow one. Okay, 31. So this 31 right here is this yellow right here. Okay, so you want to test out here if you got a 5-volt reference. So what I mean 5-volt reference is what I just showed you. You poke this wire right there, and you should see about 5 volts or 4.7. Now this battery's a little low, but it should show about 5. All right, and that's what you want to do here. You want to come here and pinch here, very careful, and then see if you got 5-volt reference right here. If you have 5-volt reference at this point, you already know that the problem is not the PCM. Is that this wire is cut out somewhere, just like it happened to me. I found right there in this spot right here, that's where the wire was broken. So anyways, but I had it to actually come here and check my wiring. See, I see it right there. That's a yellow one. I actually find the yellow one. My yellow hold on guys, this stupid thing, it gets everywhere. My yellow one, it's right here. As you can see, this is my green color right here. This is my green color right here. So my yellow, it's right in here in the 31. So I was available to just check it right at the PCM. So I came in here and I checked for this wire here. And as you can see, there's my 5-volt reference right there. So there's my yellow right there. So at that point, it tells me that that's what the problem is. I'm going to show you what's the pin out on this guy. As you can see, I have my PCM here. I have my my laptop here. Let me see if this thing starts. Actually, yep, it did start. No more check engine. Actually, the check engine is probably going to pop because I disconnect the battery. I mean the PCM. Let's take this off so that way we don't hear this bunch of noise here. All right, so let me show you. It's a lot of glare. Always just glare in these computers. All right, let me see. All right. Let's wait. Okay, so there is the. Oh my gosh, so much glare. There you go. So there is the what's it called? The thing on the connector of that master flow. So as you can see, black. When they call low reference, it means ground. Number B, that should be at 3.5 or 5 volts. That's the signal for the IAT. Then you got the black and white, that should be your ground. The pink, it's ignition voltage. That should be on fuse ignition 1, I guess. And then yellow, that's the sensor signal. That's our 5 reference signal on that. All right. So it's pretty simple, guy. If you're missing this signal here in the yellow, you got to go to the PCM, check if you got 5 volt. If you don't have 5-volt reference, I will check every single ground and every single 12 volts at the PCM. And you know, usually they're black and the white ones, and the red and the orange ones are the but you know, you should probably be able to pull anything online as far as the colors on that thing. And so yeah, so if you got the signal, the mass surface sensor signal, all right, so that's 5-volt reference. The ignition voltage, that's 12 volt, and that would be by a fusion. Then you got a ground, you got the sensor signal on the IAT, and that's also controlled by the PCM. Then you got the load reference, which that should be ground. All right, so I'm going to show you something real quick here. In these connectors that I just did here, all the black ones, blacks and white, those are usually your grounds. So you can see here are all my grounds in this connector. You know, here are all my grounds. White and blacks are grounds here. Now my hots are this orange here. This is my orange. Now all this is going to be in the blue connector. All right, so pretty much all the connection as far as the grounds and the what's it called, the 12 volts are mostly here. We got a couple of grounds here, and then I think we have one of these red ones, I believe it's ignition. But anything that you see in orange, that means it's power. If it's the solid, you know, if there's solid orange, it's usually power. All right, guys, well, this concludes this video here. And again, thank you for watching, and I hope this video was helpful to you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe. It's very important, guys. I do this all for you, and God bless you.